y'all, what's goody, what's goody, it's your girl, S.E.T.ORACLE, the Universal Donor, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Little Empress Tarot Oracle, acronym S.E.T. Welcome to the set. What's that? Oh, it's a news. Thank you so much for visiting at S.E.T.Oracle. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. You guys are awesome, and we're at 26 subscribers on this page, so shout out to the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please excuse my funny. I like to laugh, you know, because I mean, some of us collective have spent a lot more time crying over the years than we have laughing. So I say we can just switch it up, which is really about, you know, Chiron. That's the retrograde we're in. You're gonna hear me talk about that a lot. But turning your pain into strength, healing, change, and progressing so you can get the abundance that's owed to you in life. But anyway, this is a collective read. You already know all signs included. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And don't trip or take a shit because you already know you got the dick, you know? So yeah. We're on our last day of the detail cards this week. But I decided I was going to do something a little different and figure out what the main message is. Now, I've shuffled all the decks, but I haven't looked at the last card on the bottom. So, let's see. We have, they never gave you anything. Okay. And then we have, you don't know them like you think. So they never gave you anything and you don't know them like you think. Okay, so they never gave you anything, you don't know them like you think. You'll maybe get some information close to the Chinese New Year, which is the end of Chiron. Chiron ends January 2nd, 2026. So, or something could have happened on the, or you got some information or something could have happened. There is something to be said about a Chinese New Year, or some information possibly on the Chinese New Year. Petty bird. Something somebody did on the Chinese New Year. Barcode. What good is all money when no one wants it? But it came in, it was in the reverse when I picked it up. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back in there. And what's this last one? Poison, 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 poison. So it's like people probably didn't know what kind of stuff they get into. Somebody was being petty around the Chinese New Year, possibly trying to poison somebody. Ooh. Somebody was being petty. Cyberbullying, group chat. Somebody was trying to get people to help, maybe, with the online gossip and everything, to poison people against you for money. So that's what you don't know. They never gave you anything. They were just always trying to take. But you didn't know that. So alright, I took the Petty Bird deck. So like I said, collective read, all signs included. Father God, ancestors, most high, angels and demons alike. I ask that you grant the collective the serenity to accept the things they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now you guys know these cards come out however they come out, but I always try to flip them the same way. exhibits, manufacturing. This is giving me coming up with paperwork, coming up with evidence, proof. But it says manufacturing in the reverse. So they were trying to manufacture, trying to get something, some type of proof, video, audio recording, pictures, documents, objects, letters, something. Yeah. They were really trying to poison people against you, and they were trying to get proof of it. Because they never gave you anything. You made everything by yourself, and they're jealous of that. And they don't know who you are. Venus. Love and values, attractions, finances. They didn't want anything to be fair for you. They didn't want you to be able to grow in abundance. Self-love first. Self-love attracts money and attitude. You know, staying in that energy. You know, so they definitely was there was some type about that. Alright, I'm just pick a line. Experience in reverse. I'm just gonna do 3. And death. Somebody wanted you at a decline. Somebody wanted you to experience debt. They wanted to attract your finances to experience debt. But because love and value attracts finances with a good attitude, you did not experience debt. That's what they wanted for you, but you did not. Ex-traffic. Big eyes. More in love with a side piece than wife. So somebody was really looking, that's how they were trying to put you in debt by saying that you didn't love yourself, or you loved others, and they were waiting to see you experience bad credit, because this person could have been dealing with somebody that you were dealing with at one time, and they married that person, and that person probably still feels some way about you, so they're still attracted to you. But the attraction on this part is finances, with this debt card out here. I want what you have. And then this second line is pretty much everybody seeing that that's why this is being done. Everybody could see why they were trying to energy harvest. And I say with the sex trafficking, ex-trafficking, love and values, they were trying to say that you weren't who you were. They were trying to taint your name so you don't attract love and finances. So that's what they were saying that you were doing. They were saying that you had experience in sex trafficking. That's why you weren't in debt. If we turn these cards around, because you know I like to do this. You're not experiencing debt because you are secretly sex trafficking. But on the flip, that's what they're doing to get out of debt, and they don't want anybody to know that they're experienced at it. Ain't nobody supposed to know they with their business. Don't tell anyone. Look, see? Confirmation. They didn't want nobody to know that's what they do. And with this sex trafficking Venus, it's giving me just what it says. Attracts finances. Attractions, finances. They hide, that's what they do to attract money. They love bomb people and alter their values to attract them to them for money. I want people to be quiet about it. I mean, how could they not know now? Experience big eyes. Abuse. Abuse. Maybe this person experiences some type of issues going on at home because whoever they're tied to does not want to be there. Yet more in love with Southeast and White. Empty field. They can't hide it. It's not fulfilling to them because they don't want to be there. It's not fulfilling for them because they do not want to be there. There's no connection, and it's a toxic relationship because they hide that they care about somebody else more than they care about this person that they made a soul contract with. They don't want to be there. Whoever this is, they found out the kind of stuff that their partner was into. I'm going to keep it short and I'm going to leave it right here. Exhibits proof that this is what they did for money. It's like, imagine trying to sabotage somebody else's values by putting that kind of stigma on them and waiting to see if it worked because somebody didn't want to be with you. And then you were sitting around waiting for somebody to actually go through this experience. And you were trying to make it happen. You were trying to create the scenario. You wanted somebody to lose everything they had, their love, their values, their finances. Values, sex trafficking. finances, debt, love, experience. And then you say that's how somebody gets it? That's how somebody attracts their finances, through sex trafficking? Through their experience, pretty much calling them hot pursuit? And you tried to keep that quiet. You tried to keep it quiet, that you tried to put that stigma on somebody. You wild for that. But now they know who that title really belongs to. So like they say, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.